doing great today and had a good weekend. We're going to continue with the class. And as you may remember, we were on page 36 of your student's book, and you had to do this read this this reading of Mystery Heroes and do exercise C. Did you do it?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Okay. Before we start, I would like you to uh, I'll give you two questions, and hopefully some of you can share your opinion. Can anyone tell me what's the most heroic act you have ever seen? It can be anything. Anyone?
Once I've been a man crashed his car
Uh-huh.
to avoid to ¿cómo se dice? Arrollar o atropellar.
I'm sure. I don't know. Yeah.
To avoid crash a dog.
Yeah, you can scratch, but it gives you the idea of like chocar, no tarroya. Uh, or can be roll over, maybe run over. Yeah, run over. Okay.
Okay. Well, the man crashed his car to avoid run over a dog.
Okay. Uh, okay. Yeah, and did he crash into maybe somewhere, or it was just he got out of the way and he was just fine?
Mm, he crashed with another car, but the two cars are okay.
We're okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. Yeah. Uh, well, at least the dog was also fine. Uh, I'm not sure if you have ever read the news that there are some times that I don't know, there are cows in the middle of the highway. These animals sometimes cause accidents, and but they unfortunately they die as well. Anyone else? What's the most heroic act you have ever seen before? Does anyone else have another one? Thank you, Lises. If not, we can continue to the next question. Why do you think? Because this reading is called Mystery Heroes. Uh, why do you think heroes hide their identities?
To protect his family and his friends.
Yeah, that may be the main purpose of hiding their identities. Uh, Anyone else wants to share their opinion? Thank you, Lises. Not. Yeah, yeah. But expanding more on what Lises said, I'm not sure if you know Superman, but well, it makes sense that he tries to protect his family because he he's almost immune to everything. I think only I'm not sure how it is pronounced in English. Kryptonite. It is the only material that can make him vulnerable to other stuff. Okay, we will do this next reading, and what you're going to have to do it's because you already answered this, well, this as homework. We're going to read each paragraph. Well, each one of you is going to read each paragraph, and you're going to have to, well, add the fragment that you added. Okay? Does anyone have a question of what you have, of what we will do now?
No.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we start with, I'm not sure if Arturo can read it because he's in the what, maybe? Mm, okay, I think Arturo cannot. Ivanova, can you read the first paragraph?
Yes, teacher. When a stressed commuter bumps into you on the underground, or a tired waitress is rude to you, you may end up feeling disappointed with people. I made it. I made it a mission to share for bring some of these stories. Tengo que responder la que va en el uno o
Yeah,
ya.
you have to answer the well, put the answer of what you did as homework. So, yeah.
All right. Well, disappointing with people. One, I put letter A. This, however, is something I will never get to get the chance to do.
Stop right there. And does everyone else have a answer on number one as the answer on number one? Okay. Gabriel Rojo, which letter did you choose on number one?
I don't. I forget the homework.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No problem. Okay, Karina, which was the answer that you put on number one?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Can you repeat?
You also didn't do it. Okay, Kevin.
I put
I
letter
put
D.
D. Yeah,
D?
D.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, letter D, it will be the correct answer. And to the ones that are not doing the homework, remember that even though we are not really grading, well, grading the homework per se, you will have to answer the whole book by the end of the semester. So if you don't do it now, you may have trouble answering the whole, well, not the whole book, but the first six units by the end of the semester. Okay, so just try to well, try to do it. So first, you pass your exam, and second, that you don't be really stressed out at the end of the semester. Okay. Okay, Ivanova, can you continue reading the rest of the paragraph?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Letter D. I made it my mission to search for and bring some of these stories to my readers' attention and remind them of the goodness that exists in human nature. Kindness comes in all shapes and sizes. You can find kind-hearted people leading others a hand just about anywhere. I continue.
Uh, Before we continue, what is the answer on number two? We go to Maricruz. Can you tell me the answer of number two?
I have letter C.
Letter C. Okay. Does everyone else have letter C? Well, the ones who did it.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Uh,
Is letter B, no?
Letter B. Okay. You have to pay attention to well, it's just an advice. Pay attention to the sentence before and the sentence afterwards. Okay, you can find kind-hearted people lending others a hand at just about anywhere. With letter C, we have what is amazing though is when a person goes to extraordinary lengths to help a complete stranger, and it uh, well, to me it makes sense. Okay, letter B would be like, however, his heroic act has proven to be an inspiration to others. Pay attention to this, however. Okay, however, it gives us the idea of well, contrast between this sentence and the last one. Okay, and probably you don't, with this letter B, you don't have this contrast of his heroic act has proven to be an inspiration to others, because you get well, you don't have this well, idea, well, the I forgot the word. Uh, the opposite idea in the last sentence. So in this case, it will be a letter C. Okay, very good. Can you finish the last two lines, Ivanova?
It is even more so when they do not want their identity even to be related.
Okay, perfect. Just it is pronounced identity, but very good. Thank you, Ivanova. Does anyone have a question so far? No? Perfect. Okay, we continue to next paragraph because it is well, really long. I'm not sure. Gabriel Callejas, can you read from the second paragraph till the part that says, I owe I owed my life to someone I will never meet? He's in the what? Never mind. Uh, yeah, yeah, never mind. Gabriel Rojo, can you read this part from no one till never? I will
Okay.
never meet.
Yeah. No one can appreciate this more than Michael Lewis, who was diagnosed with serious kidney failure. He had been awaiting until least for a kidney transplant for 6 months. When doctors announced they had finally found him a kidney, all Mike was told was that the donation had come from a completely healthy person who had chosen to give one of his kidneys to anyone in need. I owe my life to someone I will never meet, Mike said. I only wish I could express my appreciation in person.
Okay, perfect. Can anyone tell me the answer of number 3?
Letter A.
Letter A. Maricruz says letter A. This, however, is something he will never get the chance to do. Does everyone else have a letter A?
Me.
Yeah, okay, perfect, Kevin.
Yes, me too.
Okay, Ramiro and Ulises. What about you, Brenda? Do you have also letter A?
I put letter A.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Yeah, in this case, we have a letter A. Very good. Yeah, letter A. Perfect. Can you continue reading, Gabriel?
The kidney donor opted to remain anonymous. The idea that someone will face the risk of surgery in order to help a complete stranger in bewildering, but at the same time inspiring for us all.
Perfect. Okay. Very good. We go to, well, before we start, Can anyone tell me the answer of number 4?
Letter G.
Letter G. Okay. Everyone else also has a letter G as the answer. Number 4.
Me, teacher.
Daniel, very good.
Me, teacher.
Perfect, Martin.
Me too.
Great.
Me too, teacher.
Yeah, great. Very good. Remember that you also have to grade well, your work. So remember to mark it if you are doing it in your notebook or in your book. Remember to mark it if it is correct. Check mark if it is correct, and the brown mark if it is not. Okay. I won't be checking, counting how many answers were good, but I will check that is graded. Uh, Very good. Karina, can you read well, this this next paragraph?
¿Dónde empieza el 5?
Number 4.
Ah, okay. Okay, wait, because I can see. Bye, profe.
Don't worry.
Okay. Ian Marshman witnessed to a four-car pileup in his hometown of Leicester, UK, last year. Is the perfect example of most of the drivers involved in the accident go away with only a few cuts and bruises. But one have been knocked unconscious, and along with other bystanders, not knowing how to help the man, just stood and watched it. In the end, it was a teen boy who dragged the driver out of the car and performed CPR. When the ambulance arrived, the boy had disappeared. No one, including the driver, he had said, um, ever, ever found out his identity. After that incident, I didn't ever want to feel that helpless again. Uh, Ian reveals, seeing how one person thinking could mean another's survival was the encouragement Ian needed. He is currently involved in a paramedic training program.
Okay. We skipped number 5. Okay. Does anyone have the answer of number 5?
I put letter B.
Yeah, letter B. All right. Very good. Letter B. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Can you read the next one, Kevin?
Yes. While both these heroic deeds directly save a life, sometimes a seemingly small act of kindness can play an important role. London-born Dave Chapman had just lost his job and was at a low point in his life when something unexpected helped him out of it. He was eating lunch at a sandwich shop a few months ago when he asked for the bill and found that someone had already paid for his food. In the number 6 I put letter F,
Yes.
even though it was a simple gesture, it had a big influence on him.
Very good.
Okay. Feeling that someone cared gave Dave the courage he needed to look at life more optimistically, and he soon found a new job. People being compassionate towards strangers is something I never expect in this day and age, Ebb said. Surprisingly though, when he asked if he wanted to know his benefactor, he replied, "If they wish to remain anonymous, then I and everyone else must respect that."
Very good. Thank you. Great. Maricruz, can you finish reading the last paragraph?
So next time you feel disappointed because of someone's negative behavior, look on the bright side. No, not everyone is self-centered. After all, there are more mystery heroes out there than you can imagine. Anything
Okay,
else?
very good. Ah, sorry. Very good.
Uh,
Thank you, Maricruz. Sorry. Uh, you already read this reading this text, but does anyone have a question about any word or well, any word that you probably don't know?
what does it mean, beats?
Which one?
Beats
It's on which line?
in the part where is the number 6.
6. Okay, bits.
It's in yellow.
Which line?
I mean, it's colored in yellow.
Dits?
Yes.
Ah, deeds. Okay. It's referring to actions. In this case, it can be in this case you can have heroic deeds, heroic actions, or maybe good deeds and bad deeds. It's referring more to the actions of people. Okay. Does anyone else have a question about any other word or expression that you probably don't know?
I don't know what a kidney is used in the second paragraph.
Yeah. Kidney in this case is referring to a part of the body. It's referring to, I am not sure how to describe it in English, but it's referring to a riñón.
All right, thank you.
All right. And does anyone else have a question about any other word? Does everyone else, does everyone knows what self-centered and kind-hearted is or are?
Self-centered is like egoísta.
Yeah, egoísta. Yeah, very good. Someone that only thinks on their own benefit. Perfect. And kind-hearted. Does everyone know this one?
Alguien de buen corazón.
Yeah, very good. Great. We will continue to the next part. Remember to create your work. Okay, very good. We're on this part of the vocabulary. You already know this vocabulary. I will answer very quickly this vocabulary because it's on the reading, so probably you already know. And commuter, in this case, is well, letter C. Someone who travels a long distance between work and home. Well, really, really simple. Diagnose. Uh, well, if you probably if you watch, I don't know any of these TV shows of doctors and all that, you probably already heard this word. It's letter E to find out what illness somebody has after examining him or her. Then we have opt. It's more like decide. Letter D, choose to or prefer. For example, in the reading we have the kidney donor opt to remain anonymous. In this case, he or she decided to remain anonymous. Perfect. Bewildering, in this case, it will be confusing. On the reading, we have the idea that someone will face the risk of surgery in order to help a complete stranger is bewildering, but at the same time, inspiring for us all. Okay? In this case, it will be like it is confusing. We don't understand why people would go to that length of risking their life in order to help someone that they don't know. It is confusing but inspiring at the same time. Okay, then we have did, as I said, it is an action that someone does. You can have, as I told you, these heroic deeds, as we saw in the reading, good deeds or bad deeds. Uh, and then we have a compassionate that we have a similar word in Spanish, and it will be like showing kindness to others. Any questions so far?
No, teacher.
No? Great. We will do this next one, as well as vocabulary. We will go, but these are more like they work like adjectives. Actually, they are adjectives, and they describe different type of people. Does everyone knows what big-headed is?
Like a smart person.
Uh, in this case, it's not referring to brightness, but instead to someone that is really really arrogant, that they believe that they are better than everyone else. That will be big-headed. Okay, like someone that has their ego really really inflated. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Then we have the second one that is narrow-minded. Does everyone know this one?
Like close mind, mente cerrada.
Yeah, close-minded. It will be a good synonym of this one. The second one we have open-minded. That this is the antonym or the opposite of the narrow-minded. Okay. Then we have the next one that this is tight-fisted. Does everyone know this one?
Tacaño.
Yeah, tacaño. Someone that doesn't want to spend their money easily. Okay. Then we have the next one, bold manner. Does everyone know this one?
An educated person.
Yeah, an educated person. Very good. Thank you, Lises. Then we have a bad temper. Does everyone also know this one? This one is really, really easy.
Someone is angry.
And someone that gets angry really, really easily. Yeah. Okay. Does everyone know what absent-minded is?
Someone
Despistado?
distracted easily.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, someone that gets distracted easily. Perfect. Uh, then the next one, open-handed. Do you know what this one means?
The opposite of tight-fisted.
Yeah, the opposite. Perfect. Perfect. Very good. All right. So what you will have to do now is it's you. You're going to. Well, I think we can do it together. Okay. We're going to read these sentences together, and I'll give you one or 2 minutes to choose the correct answer. Okay. And can you what was I? Martin, can you read the sentence? You don't have to answer well, you don't have to fill the blank just yet. Just read the rest of the sentence. Okay.
Yes, the you can think kind-hearted people leading others and just about anywhere.
Okay. No, I was referring to the one that is below. We already saw kind-hearted and self-centered. Okay, number one.
No, number one. It is important to be
And then accept
and accept other people's opinions and behavior, even if they are different from your own.
okay, take 1 minute, check the options, and tell me then which answer will you choose. Okay. Okay. Does anyone have the answer of the first one?
Open-minded.
Yeah, very good, Ulises. Yeah, in this case, it will be open-minded, referring that it is important to well, to be open-minded and accept all others people opinions. Okay, very good. Thank you, Ulises. Ramiro, can you read the number two?
Yeah, teacher. Absent-minded?
No, just read the number, the sentence number two.
Okay. Oh, number two, no?
Yeah, number two.
Frank is an absent-minded young man and he never rises in the voice. Even when he's very angry.
Okay. Uh, does everyone else have absent-minded on this one, or think absent-minded would make sense on this one?
No.
No. Okay. Why do you think that it is not that?
Well mannered.
Yeah, well mannered. Pay attention to, and that in the sentence it says that he never raises his voice, and even when he's angry, like he knows how to behave. So well mannered will be a better choice in this case. Thank you, Ramiro. Diego Eduardo, can you read the next one, number three?
Okay, I give the answer too.
If you have it, you may. If you don't have it, just read the first part and skip it and read the second part.
Okay. Is Mr. Moore is very open-handed, always giving money to this or that charity.
Yeah. Notice that in this sentence, thank you, Diego Eduardo. Very good. Notice that in this case, it's like he's always giving money and trying to help with his money. So it will be like the opposite of tight-fisted that you, as you told me before. Very good. Ulysses, can you read number 4? If you have the answer, you may tell us the answer.
Okay, teacher. Lisa has become quite absent-minded. Lisa has become quite absent-minded lately. She has so many things on her mind that she is always forgetting what I tell her.
Very good. Yeah, absent-minded. Notice that in this case, the sentence that, well, the first sentence tells us like she's like distracted lately, and because she has many things on her mind. Very good. Thank you, Ulysses. Uh, Arturo, can you read number 5? Or do you also have issues with your microphone? If not, Brenda, can you read number 5?
Yes. Don't ask Nancy for money. She will definitely not give you any.
Definitely.
Uh, it's tight fist.
Tight fisted, yeah,
Tight fisted.
yeah, tight fisted. Perfect. Yeah, notice that she's like, well, she won't give you any money because, well, she's tight fisted. Very good. Uh, can you read number 6? You don't have to answer it. Just read the. Well, well, you can answer it if you want. But now notice that in the second part we have he thinks that he's more important than everyone else. Uh, Remember that bad temper it's someone that gets angry easily, not someone that he thinks well, that thinks they are more important than everyone else. Okay, does anyone else have an idea of which is the right answer in this case?
Maybe big-headed.
Yeah, big-headed. Pay attention to the second part. He thinks he's more important than everyone else. He's a well, yeah, this arrogant person that thinks that he's better than everyone else. Perfect. Thank you, Daniel, and thank you, Arturo. Mm, Carlos Alberto, can you read number 7?
Stay away from Brad today. He can be very bad-tempered when he's tired.
Yeah, bad temper. Perfect. Thank you, Carlos Alberto. Does everyone know why bad temper? Well, yeah, know why bad temper is the right answer in this case. Okay, in this case, it's easy because you get this percentage like stay away from Greg today, like be careful. He can be, and well, we don't have the answer there, and when he's tired, okay? So we assume that because of the first sentence, stay away from Greg today, that is something dangerous. And on the second part, we can infer that it may be that he gets angry when he's tired. Okay, very good. Daniel, can you read the next one, number 8?
Yes, teacher. People who are narrow-minded and don't accept any new ideas don't get far in life.
Okay, very good. Yeah, In this one, it's really easy. We have this don't accept any new ideas, and we can well, assume that it's someone that is not narrow-minded. Perfect. We will do this, but I will answer this next one. Exercise C. Before I answer it, I will try to explain each term to you, okay? Turn a blind eye to, it's referring to pretend that something doesn't exist, okay? In this case, we have teachers shouldn't turn a blind eye to bullying in schools because it's a very serious issue, okay? They shouldn't pretend that it's not important, okay? In number two, we have Paul got cold feet and didn't go swimming with the sharks as he had planned. Got cold feet, it's like thinking something again, like probably it's not a good idea, okay? Another expression for get cold feet. In this case, get cold feet might refer might. It's referring to well that he didn't do it. Another expression to keep this idea might be second guess yourself, like you are not sure, so you are thinking about it again. Okay. Then we have Mr. William put his foot down and told his son he could no longer borrow the car without paying for petrol. Okay, put his foot down. It's referring that after he had enough, so he stopped this behavior. Okay. Then we have my heart was in my mouth as I opened the letter from the university. I had always dreamed of being accepted too. Okay, so my heart was in my mouth, like I was really nervous about this. So as I was opening the letter from the university, we have a similar expression in Spanish. But in this case, it's like you were nervous that probably the answer of the university was like, no, you are rejected. In Spanish, we have con el Cristo en la boca, but it's that one is referring more to be worried about someone, okay? And then we have the next one. Parents need to be able to keep their head even when things at home get rough. Okay, keep their head is keep calm. We have the opposite, like lose their head. That's either frame like but lose but to lose your cool and get angry. Okay. Uh, then we have number 6. Neither and I don't always see eye to eye, but we manage to get along. In this case, they they don't always agree in the same on the same ideas, but they manage to live together, okay, and to get along. So it would be number 6. Number 6, letter P, referring to agree with someone, okay. And number 7, we have stop sticking your nose into other people's personal lives. Why do you care where they were yesterday? So that would be like meterte donde no te llaman in Spanish. Like, why don't you mind your own business? Because it's not your life after all, okay? Then we have the next one, number 8, that it will be you shouldn't have said that. You really need to learn to hold your tongue. I sorry. to hold your tongue. Okay, so hold your tongue like and know when to keep quiet. In this case, it will be letter C, to say nothing even though you want. So know when to say something. And finally, number 9, we have this is my first job interview since I graduated from university, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Okay, so in this case, it's referring like you are expecting something to happen. Probably you don't have the most chances to get it, in this case, to get into the school, but you are keeping your fingers crossed, like hoping that it happens. So in this case, it will be letter A. To hope that things will happen as you want them to. Okay, does anyone have a question so far? Probably one expression that you don't know. If everything is okay, then we will continue. Okay, this next part is it's grammar, past perfect simple and past perfect progressive. We already see similar tenses in present perfect simple and present perfect progressive. In this case, they have a really similar uses as the present perfect simple and present perfect progressive, but they are referring to the past. Okay, so in this case, we have the uses of past perfect simple for an action which was completed before a specific point in time in the past. Remember that in the present perfect simple, we have it. We had a similar one that was for actions that I lost my notes. That was for actions that were completed in the past. Okay. Then we have for an action which was completed before another action in the past, and again in the present perfect simple, we also had this use like for completed actions, referring to actions that were completed before that point in the present. We use this tense the same, but we put we use as a reference a point in the past, not the present. Okay. Then we have a number letter C. Letter C. The second part that is past perfect progressive, that we have to use to emphasize the duration of an action which had been going up to a point in the past. And this is referring to, for example, I had been waiting an hour for the bus, and it's referring to an action that was you were waiting for a period of time in the past, and that period of time in the past ended in the past. Okay. And finally, for an action whose duration caused visible results at a later time in the past. We had as well this use in present perfect progressive, but the result was visible in the present. For example, look at these two sentences. I waited an hour for the bus, and I've been waiting for an hour for the bus. Okay. In this case, the past perfect simple emphasize the completion of the activity, like I've been waiting an hour for the bus. The action is completed, and you only focus on the action. While on the past perfect continuous, you focus on the duration of the activity. On the first one, you pay more attention to you waited for an hour, And in the second, you pay more attention to the part that says an hour. You pay more attention to the duration of of the the action. Okay. Does anyone have a question so far? Okay. Pay attention to these next two sentences. She'd always lived with her parents. We don't know how long she had been doing this, but and she'd been living with her parents. In this case, this is another use that we don't have here, but it is suggesting just like that she has only been doing this for no, that this situation that she'd been living with her parents in this case, it's only a temporary situation. Okay. Notice that in the past perfect simple, we'll also use this expression, this adverbs of frequency, such as always, sometimes, never, and all those. But on the past perfect progressive, we don't use it as much. Okay. Does anyone have a question about these tenses?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. What about everyone else?
No, teacher.
No. Okay. Okay. Before we continue, I'm going to end the call really quickly to well, because it is about to finish, and we come back right away to answer this exercise. Okay. mentioned that we have this difference like 4 in number 3, and all morning we have this focus on the duration of the actions, while on the second one we focus on one specific point in time in the past. Okay. Now, hopefully, if you have any questions, please stop. Then we have the second part, that is we were going to go backpacking around Europe, but we went on a working holiday instead. Okay, and I knew that becoming a volunteer would be a rewarding experience. We have these two okay, that is we're going to, or was going to, and would. In this case, they are used to talk about the future in the past. What is used? Well, it's used usually to talk about uh, well a promise that you made in the past for the future, or maybe a prediction. Okay. So, for example, in sentence number 2, we have, I knew that becoming a volunteer would be a rewarding experience. He doesn't have any evidence of this prediction that it will be a rewarding experience, but he was making a yeah, he was making a guess. So, I remember that. Okay. What we're going to, it is used to talk about plans that were already, I'm being a little amigos here, but I mean redundant, that were already planned, okay? Maybe an intention, or maybe a prediction that you do or that you did with evidence, okay? Pay attention to the first sentence. We were going to go backpacking around Europe. Probably these people already had the plan already made out, and at the last moment they were no, we better go to on a working holiday instead. Okay, so in the first one we have would plus the base form of the verb. Pay attention to sentence number 2. Would plus this verb to be, that is not conjugated in any form. Okay. Would plus the base form is used when referring to something that we expected to happen at a later time in the past. Okay. I don't like that definition. I don't like this definition that much, because probably it's better to do it like maybe a prediction or an expectation that you were expecting to happen. Okay. And on the second one, we have we're going to plus the verb base form. Remember to, no, we have to, okay, no. It's used to talk about actions that somebody intended to do in the past, but probably didn't. Again, we talk. We talk about something that we have evidence, or something that has been already planned. While on the would plus the base form, we use it to something that probably we don't have evidence to 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 prove that this is going to occur, but we make a guess, or probably something that was a promise that, again, we don't have evidence, but we assume that that was going to happen. Okay. Does anyone have a question about this too?
No, teacher.
No, perfect. Then what we're going to do next is you're going to have to answer this next exercise, exercise C, and uh, well, you have to choose the correct answer. I will answer the first one for you. For example, Mr. White, and we have at Kingsley Secondary School for 20 years when the disaster, when the disaster, and we have the second option. Okay, so pay attention. For example, in this second line, we have for 20 years. So uh, well, the correct answer in this case it will be had been working. Okay. Okay, he had been working until this thing happened in the past. Okay, so you have to answer well, the rest. I will give you. I am not sure how much time. Probably 10 minutes. 10 minutes? No, 5 minutes to answer this exercise, and then we will read it the answers together. Okay. Does anyone have a question? If not,
No, teacher.
just answer this exercise, and we will check the answers together. Okay. Then I'll hear you in 5 minutes. Have you finished?
No, teacher.
Okay, then I'll give you another 3 minutes, and then we answer this exercise. Okay.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Have you finished?
Yes.
Yes. Perfect. What about everyone else? Have you finished?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Um, Ivanova, can you continue reading from number 2?
Yes. At Kingsley Secondary School for 20 years when disaster struck one Sunday last March.
Perfect. Can you continue reading, Gabriel Rojo?
One Sunday last March, the school will burn down because of an electrical failure.
Good burn. Why do you put wood burn? Okay. In this case, it's burnt, just burnt. Perfect. Karina, can you continue reading the Mr. White on line number 5? If she's not here, then can you continue reading, Kevin?
In what part? Sorry.
Uh, the part of Mr. White.
Mr. White had complained several times about the state the school was in.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Can you continue reading, Arturo? From but nobody, just that little part. I was going to listen. Okay, does anyone else have another answer? Yeah, in this case, it's had listened because you are referring to an action in the past. Was going to listen, you are, yeah, you were sure that nobody was going to listen. Perfect. Can you continue reading the next one, Maricruz, number 6?
The nearest school were kilometers away, and one thing seemed certain.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Maricruz. Martin, can you continue reading the next part, number 7?
Number 7, certain the children's education will suffer.
Would suffer. Perfect. Very good. Can you continue reading, Ramiro? Number 8.
Yes, teacher. Teacher White wasn't very stressed because I had been trying to find an alternative solution for days.
Yeah, he had been trying to find an alternative solution for this. And yeah, notice that we focus in this case on the duration. Can you read number 9, Diego Eduardo?
Yes, sorry.
Don't worry.
Um, then on Wednesday, it came to him.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Ulises, can you read number 10?
Yes, teacher. He thought that it
Great. Yeah, it was really, really short, this sentence. Perfect. Brenda, can you read number 11?
Yeah, that it had been a good idea to continue lesson somewhere else.
In this case, it will be would be because it will be a good idea to continue the lesson somewhere else. He didn't have any evidence to think, but to know this, so we use it would be like a suggestion. It would be a good idea to do this. Okay,
Teacher.
Carlos Alberto, can you answer the next one, number 12?
It wouldn't be very comfortable, but there was no other choice.
I think I didn't hear you well, but I think it wouldn't be very comfortable, but there was no other choice. Perfect. Thank you, Carlos Alberto. Diego. I mean, Daniel Orozco, can you read the next one, number 13?
Yes, by the end of the week, he had started lessons in his living room.
Perfect. Great. Can you read number 14, Ivanova?
Yes. Lessons in his living room. It became popular idea, and before long, nearly all the teachers were going to begin to follow his example.
We're going to begin. Okay. In this case, uh,
You done?
he notice that in the next part that well, it says it became a popular idea, and before long, all the teachers, if you put we're going to begin, like it gives the idea that well, the sense that they had the idea to follow this example, but at the end they didn't. But on the next part, we don't have this contrast. So we only use began
All right.
to show that well, the action happened. They didn't change their mind. It happened. Okay. Okay. Can you read the next one, Gabriel Rojo?
By the time a new school was built, the students didn't miss a single lesson and were able to continue their studying without any problems.
Okay. In this next one, we have had a miss. By the time a new school was built, the students, if we put didn't miss, like like well, didn't miss a single lesson and were able to continue their studies without any problems. If we use that particular sentence, well, you are not giving the idea of how do I say it? With hadn't missed, we have this idea that up until that point in the time, by the time the new school was built, they hadn't missed any class. If we don't put the hadn't missed and put didn't miss, we lose this idea that up until that point this happened. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Karina, can you answer the next one? Number 16.
Yes. Coming. Okay. Um, Mr. Y. Mr. Y showed that young people's education comes before personal comfort, and he has now become a local hero.
Perfect. Thank you, Karina. Great. Mm, okay. Does anyone have a question so far?
No, teacher.
No. Okay.
No, teacher.
Just going back to the hadn't miss and didn't miss. Remember that with the hadn't miss, we take a point of well, as reference, one point in the past, and we use it as reference. Up until that point, this didn't happen. In this case, they hadn't missed a single day in school. If we put a didn't miss, we are talking about the whole, not that specific point in the past, but a whole point in the past. Like didn't miss, it would be like, for example, they didn't miss any class all year. You're referring to the whole year. Well, in this case, you are taking the time the new school was built as point of reference. They hadn't missed a class before that event happened. Okay. Then we're going to stop right here, and I'm going to take the attendance really quickly, so you can go. Remember to send to me the self-assessment, so I can check it. Okay, I will stop presenting, and This is something that probably I should have asked before, well, at the start of the semester. But are you okay with me? Am I referring to you with the name or the uh, well, yeah, name or maybe a nickname that you like, or you would like me to refer to you differently?
It's okay, teacher.
It's okay. 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 Perfect. So I will take attendance really quickly. Rojo Moreno Gabriel.
Here.
Perfect. Lozada Granados Karina. She's here, but probably she doesn't well, activate her microphone. Okay. Ramos Juárez Ulises Alejandro.
Here.
Perfect. Orozco Arredondo Daniel.
Here.
Perfect. Ponce Guerrero Kevin.
Here.
Okay. Vicente Ramiro Chávez.
Here, teacher.
Perfect. Salinas Hernández Brenda.
Here.
Perfect. Saucillo Castillo Arturo. Great. Anaya Morales Martínez Bardo.
Here, teacher.
Perfect. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. Fernanda Ivanova Rico López.
Here.
Okay. Maricruz González.
Here.
Okay. Gabriel Callejas. I think he was here, but he didn't rejoin the class. So Rangel Nieves Diego Eduardo.
Here, teacher.
Perfect. And finally, Carlos Alberto.
Here.
Perfect. Okay. Next class, we're going to finish this unit. And I think that will be it for today. If you have any questions, any doubts, any comments, please let me know. If you don't have any, then you may go. And I wish you a very good start of the week. See you on Wednesday then.
Thank you, teacher. See
Thank
you.
you, teacher.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
teacher. See you.
Thank you,
Take
teacher.
care.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Teacher,
Yeah.
I have a question
Yes.
about homework.